for some other day. Only to scream into the night. Nothing ever tries to change, even if I want to realize. 'Cause I've been sitting here, same old ways, taking off without the same mistake. Darling, when you go away, it won't be as simple for you.
Yo, guys, it is Old Man G here, back again with another live for Red Devil Studio, actually. So we've got a bit of breaking news, actually. So on my lovely day off, whether it's lovely for United fans remains to be seen. But before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio, follow us on Twitter, United X, and smash that notification button for latest Manchester United news. And then there's more. We've got a lot of stuff planned for this week. So yeah, look, Adrien Rabiot, man. Adrien Rabiot. Shout out to Abdullah in the chat as well. Both Manchester United and Social Media have been offered Aubameyang. You know, if this was true, I don't know who Miguel Delaney is, and I'm not sure how reliable he is. But I actually wouldn't mind Aubameyang at Manchester United at this rate. It's definitely better than what I hear about regarding Arnautovic. Aubameyang, at least, I think United fans feel like, okay, yeah, we could see what happens. Zach Shouts is watching on Twitch, at least better than McTominay. Yeah, but the thing about Rabiot, I mean, the thing about Rabiot, anyway, before we get into my thoughts on just Rabiot, it's actually been this news has been broken with Samuel Luckhurst. So, you know, like I said, guys, I like to go to the original source when it comes to these things. And Samuel Luckhurst is one of the sort of, I would say, top-tier English journalists. On top of that, this has been collaborated by David Ornstein, who's also, who me is like second tier or near to Fabrizio Romano in terms of reliability. So this, for me, this is reliable. This is reliable. Manchester United clearly want to sign Adrien Rabiot, and Samuel Luckhurst has said that there has been a deal agreed in principle with Juventus for Adrien Rabiot, but there is already a stumbling block: his agent, mother, Veronique. And that is the key. That is the key. Because there are a lot of people that are going to say, right, okay, yeah, Rabiot's better. He's better than mom. He's better than, he's better. But let me click and actually read the full Manchester United Evening News article. So this is also he writes for the Manchester United Evening News. So let me read the article here. So United have agreed a feeding principle with Juventus for Adrian midfielder Adrien Rabiot of 15 million, rising to 20 million. I don't even think he's even worth that anymore, but okay. But have to negotiate personal terms with the player's agent, his mother. And if everyone knows about Adrien Rabiot's mother is a bit of a problem. She's a bit of a problem. Let's keep it stacked. And if people thought that Pogba was disruptive, in quotes, Rabiot is going to be something else. Irrespective of what people think about, you know, McFred or all the rest of it, at least they don't have disruptiveness around them. If we sign Rabiot, we are bringing in a disruptive influence into Manchester United. For me, that is a fact. Sources say Rabiot's mother, Veronique, is the only stumbling block as United have to agree satisfactory personal terms. The Manchester United on Sunday was an acceptance of Manchester United last week. They had to pursue alternative midfielders to Frankie de Jong, despite agreeing the 8 million fee with Barcelona, which is true. We did agree with that. But the reason why Frankie de Jong is not a Manchester United player is because Frankie de Jong does not want to come to Manchester United. In fact, reports say that he might even want to prefer to go to Chelsea. That's what people are saying right now. United have not ended the pursuit of de Jong, but clubs also said 4 back targets were being kept warm as a deal for De Jong is in the balance. Quite frankly, I don't actually see what difference this makes. We should actually sign, if you're going to sign Rabiot, which I'm totally against, we should sign both, because we've lost two midfielders. We lost Pogba and Matic. So sign two. We've lost four midfielders and not replaced them. Fellaini, Herrera, Matic, and Pogba. We haven't signed a single midfielder to replace them. So I don't care. Sign Rabiot and De Jong. What's the difference? If you're going to go for it, Rabiot, 27, has entered last year's con Juventus, and the club reinforced their midfield over the last year with the additions of Locatelli, obviously, Zakaria, and Paul Pogba, obviously. Rabiot started 28 times for Juventus last season and lined up in the 6 of the 8 Champions League matches, but only joined the club after Allegri resigned as coach in 2019. Allegri joined Juve last year. Of course he did. So maybe he might still use him. I don't know. The possibility of joining the Premier League has always appealed to Rabiot. United attracted him since Louis van Gaal was manager. But, and this is the key, Rabiot's mother and agent, Veronique, encouraged him to bid for his son in 2014 summer transfer window after he moved to Roma collapsed. United monitored Rabiot in 2017, but their failure to qualify Champions League made any possible move prohibitive, and he joined Juventus on a free from PSG. So everyone remembers that saga, and that's the gist of it, really. Guys, I'm not comfortable with this deal. I'm really, really, really not comfortable with this deal. I mean, what are people saying? What are people saying in the comments, guys? I don't know what people's thought. Maybe people's are we Manchester United that desperate as a football club right now that we throw away our plans, because clearly Rabiot was not in the plans, and we say, right, screw that, we're going for Rabiot. I didn't go live yesterday because obviously I was tired, but also with the whole Arnautovic thing. As far as I'm concerned, Arnautovic isn't happening. Right? Unless I see Fabrizio Romano say, Arnautovic, here we go, I refuse to believe it, because I can't believe that this football club would bid even 10 million for a 34-year-old striker who's arguably worse than Ronaldo in terms of his goal. And you can't even compare the two. I don't even know why I mentioned that. Arnautovic, no. So I'm assuming that's his agent, and that there's nothing in it, like, at all. So yeah, just relax. Let's look at some comments, guys. Yesterday was funny as how bad we were, says Zach. How can we be so quick at the end of the window and slow as hell in the beginning? That's Manchester United, Solo. Solo, that is Manchester United. And this is what I said when people were saying before about we will. This is how we will do things. We will get better. We'll get faster. We'll learn. Manchester United haven't learned. They haven't learned. They have. So I've gone mute. They've not learned at all. I appreciate that. Ten Hag was like, okay, fine. I want to get my own scouts, my own things, stuff like that. But personally, for me, I don't even think that was the right way to go in the first place. And it's the same thing with Chelsea to a certain extent. Although Chelsea seems to have gotten the main thing, really, let's be real, is the lack of Champions League football. That's hindering us, and the disorganization at the club. Chelsea have also had a major restructuring, but at least they've got Champions League football to rely on, and yet they're still being rejected. So just bear that in mind. Miguel Delaney is reliable. Okay, fair enough, Zach, fair enough. Like I said, I wouldn't mind if you're going to tell me between Aubameyang and Arnautovic, Aubameyang every single day of the week, I will get Aubameyang. Guys, remember, please like the vid, subscribe, obviously, if you're new, and obviously share the video. It goes a long way for the algorithm. It makes a huge difference to the channel. We've been on a lot more views in recently, so really appreciate if you continue to support the channel. It goes a long way. But yeah, I would definitely take Aubameyang over Arnautovic. There's no doubt about that. I don't have any doubt about that. Manchester United calling about signing. Demartio has been wrong, and Sky has been wrong before. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm not going to accept Arnautovic to Manchester United until Fabrizio says it. I'm sorry I'm being stubborn like that, but I just can't accept it. I just can't accept it. Rather, what's up, you? Shout out to Raymond Moore, man. Long time no see, man. Long time no see. It must be when I go live. Usually, maybe it must be late where you are. So, but it's been long. I've not done a lot of these day streams in a while, to be honest, because I'm usually working. But on my off day, I thought I'd go live with this breaking news. So appreciate you joining by. Long time no see. Nice. So yes, that's the thing, bro. It's still the same. It's still the same garbage from this club. And I can't accept this. I can't take another season of mismanagement. And I know Ten Hag will require time. I do. But at least you want to at least see change in how we're managing, how we're run. And signing Rabiot and Nautovic, for example, seem to be where it's still the same decision making. It's still the same problems, thought process, rush buyings. It's just not good. It's not good. Abracadabra. This guy's scholar. You mean me? Oh, sorry. You mean Rabiot? Yeah, he's a scholar. He's a brick. Do you feel it's a panic buy, or did we just say it's past the deadline for De Jong and it's time to move on? Like I said earlier, bro, I think that we should. We lost two midfielders in Pogba and Matic this window, who were key players. Like those are people don't really understand. Pogba and Matic are easily two starters. We lost two midfielder starters in this window. So the fact that United fans we're complaining about McFred, but we should even be saying, hang on a minute, we should need to be signing two midfielders. It's one of my criticisms of Ten Hag. I appreciate with Ten Hag that wanted Lisandro Martinez, he wanted a full-back space. I get that. But for me, the midfield is the key. It's the essential part of any system. And the fact is, Manchester United lost two midfielders as part of the squad who could easily be starters. Pogba, Matic, Bruno. That was our midfield a lot of the time. So just signing even one in terms of De Jong is not even enough. Sign two. Worst comes to worst, sign two. Sign Rabiot. Sign De Jong. Fine. Boom. At least that's two midfielders coming in. Like, for me, one midfielder is not enough. Unless, like, Ten Hag is going to promote Garner and use him more, in which case he better start using him quickly, because we don't have any depth. And Eriksen, for me, is not. Yeah, he can come in. You can play Bruno, Van der Beek, and Eriksen. But for me, Eriksen is not a midfielder. We can't. The thing about Manchester United that I don't like is that instead of going out and actually improving the squad, when the season starts, we use players in the existing squad as a makeshift. Oh, this person isn't a right winger, so we're going to make him a right winger to makeshift. Oh, this person isn't a midfielder, so we're going to make him into sort of. Why? I don't understand it. Why? And I don't get it. So make sure you like the vid, guys. Make sure you like the vid and subscribe. Almost 30 people watching. Let's get to 30 likes. It'd be great. So yeah, I'm against it still, says Zach. Abdullah, Man FC insist on signing Arnautovic, and I'm again, Abdullah, again. I am going to, I'm going to, yeah. No, I'm going to until Fabrizio tweets it. I'm not going to accept it. I'm not. I'm sorry. I know that sounds stubborn to me, but I'm not going to accept it because I can't accept this type of behavior from this football club. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I really can't. As a self promo, guys, make sure you head over to my shorts channel. Red Devil says you're extra. It's in my shorts channel, so please head over and subscribe, as well as Red Marvel. Links on the description as well, and follow us on Twitch. We are streaming to Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube, so head over there. Vaughan says, didn't Ten Hag say they're only going to sign the right players? Are you really saying Arnautovic and Rabiot are? Vignesh, brilliant point. This is why I love this community. Because we're a wholesome community and we're intelligent people. Okay, this is absolutely spot on. We were told by, and this is why I'm saying. But the thing is, Vignesh. That line sounded very familiar. Ollie said that line in January. not obviously this January, but the previous January and the summer, we will only sign the right players. We will not be taking advantage in the market. It's the same rhetoric. So the rhetoric coming from above, we will only sign the right players. That's not Ten Hag. Do you think that if he was at PSG or if he was at City, he'd say we're only going to sign the right players for season? Of course not. Of course not. You know, and it's one thing I learned about life is that don't look at what people say, look at what people do. Look at what people do. So what are Manchester United doing? Okay, what are they actually doing? They're saying we will only sign the right players, and they're doing, hey, we're going to put in a bid in for Arnautovic. Makes no sense. CJ, shout out to CJ, man. A Rabiot and De Jong people would make sense, but if he's the De Jong replacement, we're finished. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying, CJ. I'm saying if we sign both of them, I've got no problem. I've got not got a problem with it. But if he's just signing as a replacement for De Jong and that's it, on top of the baggage that this player comes with, because he does come along with baggage, he does. I just don't think that this is a good idea. I really just don't think this is a good idea, in my personal opinion. This has happened in seriously done this club and the Muppets upstairs. It's only going to get worse, bro. It's only going to get worse. Abdul, build up the channel, smash a like, keep it up. Thank you, guys. Like the vid, guys. It goes a long way. And if you want to support the channel, consider becoming a member. To access to member exclusive videos, emojis, super chats, as well as our members hangout where we discuss things. So please get involved there. Carl Yan says, I take him if we get... Yeah, so I think the general gist in the chat seems to be that if we sign him and De Jong, then yeah. And I agree with you guys. I agree with that. But my suspicion is that it will be... Rabiot is the kind of the backup. To be honest, I even think De Jong isn't enough. You know, I mean, could a De Jong, Fred, Bruno thing work, or De Jong going to be possibly? But to be honest, I don't think he's enough. I generally don't think that De Jong or Rabiot is enough. But definitely Rabiot alone isn't enough. That just can't happen. Leave Aubameyang at Barca says I would rather take Memphis back. The thing though is that for me, is Aubameyang is still, whatever you say about Aubameyang, I know he had issues at Arsenal towards the end, but for me, Aubameyang is still a goal scorer. Aubameyang for me is still a goal scorer, and Manchester United at the end of the day need goal scorers. And are you telling me that Aubameyang isn't better? Like Aubameyang, even now, let's keep it a stack, is much better than Rashford because you can play him on the left or up top. He's better than Rashford. He can certainly do, you know, a bits for Ronaldo if Ronaldo doesn't have the legs or whatever. And Martial's always injured. And Sancho is low-key under review. Sancho is low-key looking at him and going, he really needs to have a good season this season. And hopefully he will pick up. But he is actually under review, Sancho. He is under review. Let me just quickly come back to the console. Just a super chat from Michael who says, wow, yes, man, you really want to deal with Rabiot's mom? No, I do not, Michael. No, I do not. No, I do not. No, I do not. I don't. I really, really don't. But Manchester United are reminding me of how much of a fraud it's bad. It's really, really bad. I don't really, I don't know what else to say, Mike. I don't know what else to say. Let's look at some of these. Yep, okay. This is a bad signing on. He's actually his of the pitch and he's not going to... Exactly. People are complaining about the toxicity. See, I do find it ironic from some, not all, but some United fans are saying, we want to just sign him and they wanted Pogba to leave. Because if your issue is you want a player that wants to come to United, who's for the club, etc., that doesn't bring in toxicity, this player does. He brings toxicity off the pitch. His mother is toxic, which is agent. This is madness. This is madness. I will only accept this if you have him and De Jong, because at least you don't have to necessarily 100% rely on this guy. Because it could be like, okay, pay $8 million. If he's a mess, then he could be benched and you can use Fred, Van der Beek, or whatever to kind of pivot De Jong. Okay, cool. I'll accept that. But just him, absolutely not. Yep. Like the vid, guys. Like the vid. It goes a long way, guys. Yo, Red. It is peak, bro. It is. It is peak. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with this, man. I can't. No. United Matters channel, man. Shout out to United Matters channel. Appreciate the love, buddy. Because make sure you head over and subscribe to my man. So posting a lot of good content, man. If Rabiot is coming in first, followed by yeah. See again, same. Mertz. Yeah. If Mertz, who's now replacing Ed Woodward or whatever, Ozzy Arnold, both of them, and I see by September, I see Arnautovic and Rabiot as Manchester United players. You have to start asking questions as to how better they are than Woodward. To be quite honest, I would love these owners, these leaders to literally come on TV, live to United fans, and literally say, this is the situation. See, if they did that, then maybe I'd be at least a little bit, sympathetic, empathetic, or whatever. Just come out and just be like, right, okay. The reality is we couldn't get this player. We couldn't get this player. We were strict to the amount of money that we have. This is the situation. I'm sorry, United fans, whatever. Fine. Just don't leave us. Don't give us this mystery. Don't give us this mystery. Ten Hag speaks. He wants the right players. Yeah, with that. You can't sign players for the sake of bad signs will only lead to faster. This is what I was saying. That common sense now to the year is ending a thing. Yeah, no, exactly. I'd agree with you, Chainsaw. I agree with you, Chainsaw. That's what I was going to say. It's like this is madness. For me, this is madness. Like obviously, if Fabrizio Romano goes live, I know there's a lot of stuff regarding De Jong right now, and him fighting against Barcelona or whatever, going to court, etc. So the United Form show is going to be this evening from 9:30 BST. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We're going to be discussing probably more about this, De Jong, and various other things. So make sure you hit the like, hit the notification button for when we go live for the United Forum. Glazers, why not? You know something. I wouldn't. I bet they would have tried to. Obviously, he failed as a professional footballer, Usain Bolt. Like, he just couldn't do it because at the end of the day, like, people need to understand that being able to run really, really fast and being able to play football are not the same thing. Or not. He couldn't even make it in the Australian league. So love him as a runner, but like, it just goes to show you that like football and it just doesn't work. Especially at his age. So I think he was 30 when he started or something. So to learn all the different things to play, it's difficult. Yeah, I know a lot of people, guys. We had a great stream last night where we deconstructed the awful performance last. So make sure you head over to the channel and look and basically have a feel as to our post-match reaction yesterday, because there was a lot of anger. Let's put it that way. Would you take Janus Ziner free? He has no club. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't take Janus Ziner free. I'd rather Manchester United gave someone like Garnacho, for example, more game time. Like he had his time, had his potential. That's it. I'd rather us promote Garnacho, Ahmed, see what they can do. We've already seen Ahmed do something for Manchester United. That Keys winning goal against Milan, and Garnacho looks good. For me, to be honest, yesterday, what I don't like with managers do this is that they have senior players, and then if we're players short, like say Martial's gone. So, for example, why I like Van Gaal to a certain extent was that when I think it was who was injured, Martial was injured. He was like, right, Rashford, you're up, you're going to be there, and that's why we have Marcus Rashford. Why is it that with a lot of managers, not just Ten Hag Brothers, is that rather than say, listen, this senior player is out, this young coming player, okay, it's up to you, you're now going to step up. I'm going to give you the chance. Why don't we do that? I know people say the pressure for. No, that's how Manchester United have always done things. When a player gets injured, another part of the squad, whether it's the second team player or a youth player, comes in to fight, and it's up for that player to dislodge that. That's what we should do. So, if I'm honest, I'd have rather had us play Garnacho as the 9 yesterday. If Ronaldo needs to recover, Rashford on the right, and then Rashford on the left and Sancho on the right. We'll probably drop Rashford at this point, play Elanga, I don't know. But something different, instead of trying to makeshift the team to fit players that don't play in their natural position and try and get something out of them. We need to stop doing that. Ten Hag and the board are both responsible for this situation. He relates too late that McFred is trash, but the board should have had replacements for De Jong. I mean, it's here nor there, Vignesh. It's here nor there, unfortunately. S&P Trading Group says Rashford must leave. Rashford in situation is going to be interesting, just purely for the fact that I think he's going into his final year of his contract. I think Rashford is going into his final year of his contract, and it'll be very interesting to see whether or not Manchester United will give him a new contract, or whether they will and what the nature of the contract will be. Because if it's one thing I don't like about this club, it's that we just hand out massive contracts for no other reason than just, you kick the ball for a few months, and we don't want you to leave because we don't want to lose value, just like we did with Pogba and Matic. So here, take another 250 so we don't have to. I don't get it. I don't get it. And McTominay placing can't be worse. He starts for the French team, and Juve, I don't see a problem with his game, besides the fact he has big wages, his mom, bad attitude. You've let okay, but those are Jack, shout out to you, bro. But all those three things are massive problems. So the fact that you've mentioned the 3 key things: big wages, we don't need another player on big wages at Manchester United who could flop, and then therefore you can't move him on, which is basically the situation at Manchester United. His mother being a disruptive influence as an agent is a problem, because she will push for those 3 wages, and she will push for him to be in the team, even if he is flopping. We saw what happened at the France national team, or how they capitulated against Switzerland in the Euros. And then his bad attitude. Why do you want to take players that have bad attitudes? Why do you want to take players that have bad attitudes at the club? And this is what I'm saying. It's like people, United fans, were like, "Oh, Pogba goes, he's injured, he's bad attitude, he's bringing us," and it's almost like we're praising Rabiot for Pogba. Now, like I said, I don't have an issue with him if he's coming with another midfielder, but him alone, I don't know. This is the Mertz Madness that was planned, probably. Yes, Sancho's not good enough. Reminds yourself on the balls that think that they are too good. Sancho. We'll have to look. Yes, that's Sancho. I mean, he's an improvement on McSauce, but just smells like a panic buy. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, I hope it would work out, but I just don't understand why. I mean, let me give you an example. And I said this yesterday, guys. Manchester United could have signed Moises Caicedo for £5 million before he went to Brighton. And I'm sure he would have chosen Manchester United over Brighton. We said we're interested in the player, but we're like, not this moment in time. Fast forward about just over a year. Brighton are playing Manchester United at home in the first game of the season just yesterday. And Moises Caicedo, the player that we could have signed as a midfielder, dominates our midfield. This is not... So I don't understand from the scouts and the department of recruitment why it's so difficult to sign. Why do we even have to go with overhyped, high-wage demanding, shirt-selling players when there are players that are relatively unknown that can be coached or have the potential to ball? Brighton Basuma go, and Moises Caicedo has stepped up, and it's almost as if like, yeah, what's changed? I'm not saying Brighton are gonna, win the league or whatever. So, but with a brilliant coach and with semi-decent recruitment, they're gonna be in the Premier League. United showed yesterday that, hang on a minute, we actually might be mid-table this season. Because if we can't beat Brighton, if we can't beat Brentford, we're definitely not going to beat Liverpool. It essentially confirms the status of Manchester United being a mid-table club. We'll see what happens though. Sancho got no ball yesterday. Can't blame him. The PR from this goes up to saying every manager is the same. Exactly, it's the same. It's the same. Fred is better than Rabiot. I actually don't disagree with that, to be honest. When Fred plays in his actual natural position and not as a 6, and I don't know why he keeps on being. Fred does not play as a 6 for Brazil. His best position is not a 6, and yet Manchester insists on playing him as a 6. I don't understand that. But when he's not playing as a 6, and especially look at Brazil, he is better. Paradise, oh my God, this is so bad. My friend is Juventus fan. They all want him out. He is so bad. Comes with all the drama outside the pitch too. What are they doing? There you go. There you go, folks. There you go, folks. We are doing a Serie A season preview tomorrow. And I'm sure this will come up. I'm going to, in fact, hit the like button, guys. Make sure you head over and hit that notification button as well so you get notified when I go live, because we are going to have a conversation about Rabiot in the Serie A discussion tomorrow. I'm sure Antonio, if he's in the chat, and Roy's in the chat as well, will be on, because... And any Serie A fans who also want to get involved because, man, no. It's not good. We clearly didn't have a backup to Frankie, and this was not planned. Yeah, of course we did. If no De Jong, then should we get Neves and Rabiot? I wouldn't mind Neves and Rabiot, but the thing is that Neves will be difficult solo, because Neves is captain for Wolves now. And he will not go for any less than 80 million, I would say. So are Manchester United prepared to pay that? I don't know. I wouldn't mind Neves, but I just don't think that that Manchester United are actually prepared to pay that amount for him, because he's captain of Wolves now. He's essential to their team, and Wolves will be like, listen, we need him for our season. We don't have time to get a replacement. He's my favorite player. He's the best of all time. Zori, do you mean Rabiot? I hope you don't mean Rabiot, bro. I hope you don't mean Rabiot, because okay, but explain. I hope clarify that, Zoe. Are you talking about Rabiot? Because I hope you don't mean Rabiot. Adrian should have signed Sigore when we had the chance. There are a lot of players that Manchester United should have signed, to be honest. A lot of players. Even Tielemans is, yeah, of course. Even Tielemans would even be an easier deal to do, because he doesn't want to continue at Leicester. He wants another club. I don't even know why Manchester United aren't going. If you told me get Tielemans and De Jong, fine. Tielemans and Neves, fine. I actually thought at the beginning of the season, I was like, yeah, get Tielemans and Neves from Wolves. And yeah, that's actually that Tielemans from Leicester and Neves from Wolves. That's actually a better midfield. We're already cooking. That should be straightforward to sort out. But the board, or potentially Ten Hag, insistence on having players that he's worked with before. So I think it's a combination of the two. Ten Hag, but also the combination of players that he's with. It's got to be a combination of two. It's got to be. What's this? The monster. Yeah, as like I said, bro, I'm ignoring anything. I'm ignoring anything relating Arnautovic to Manchester United right now. I'm ignoring it until I see Fabrizio tweet it. I'm ignoring everything regarding Manchester, because I cannot accept this club doing something like this. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist. Who? Because if you're talking about Rabiot, Zoe, you must be trolling. Because I don't think I've talked about any other player. I don't think, aside from Rabiot so far. So please. I hope I'm assuming you're trolling, bro. I take Bolt. I take Bolts over Current Rashford. I can't lie. I mean, yeah. Well, you know, what can you do? What can you do? Rashbeck. Yeah, it's bad. Panic buy alert. This is desperate. Fire blood. The fire sporting director, head of recruitment. We should. We've got an awesome super chat from King Stash. I want to just shout out King Stash as well. He also did a super chat yesterday, so I appreciate we had just gone live. So I want to thank you for your support, King Stash. Charlie Masunda's a free agent. He can't be any worse than us going for Arnautovic. I don't think so. But thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. Thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat yesterday. In fact, I'll see if I can. I can't remember what the comment was. Where was it? Yeah, I'll have to dig it up. So I did save it as a screen cap, but I literally cannot remember where I saved it. So if you just want to post it in the comments, and I'll read it out again from the super chat I missed yesterday, King Stash. So, but really, thanks for your support, man. Let's go back into some of these comments. Love this, guys. So many people watching, man. I really appreciate it. I do love doing these live streams, but more importantly, I love interacting with the community and reading your comments and your opinions. It helps. It keeps me sane. This is the only reason why I continue with this channel, is because of the community, because it's very difficult for me to watch Manchester United Football Club right now. It really, really, really is difficult to watch Manchester United Football Club. It really is. So your support for this channel means a massive amount. So please, I appreciate it. Whether that's a like, a subscribe, a super chat, membership, whatever it is, you know, I appreciate your ongoing support, guys. Let me go back. So where are we? Yeah, why aren't we going for Ziyech? He's 18 million cheaper than Arnautovic. That is an interesting question, actually, because like there were talks that Manchester United were going for Ziyech, were linked to Ziyech, and Ziyech has worked with Ten Hag. So I don't know why the Ziyech news has calmed down somewhat. I don't really get that, to be honest. I really don't. Samasi has been a member of this channel for 2 months, says, have a soft spot for United, so this makes me even sad. Yeah, it's the whole thing is sad, Samasi, man. It's really what can I say? It's as I tweeted out before, it's gonna be a long season. It's gonna be a long season for Manchester United. It really, really is. Yeah, I'm like I said, if I see any Arnautovic stuff, I'm just gonna skip them. Not because I hate you guys, but just because I just don't want to think about. I just don't want to think about it anymore. I really, really don't. We might talk about it on the United form later tonight, possibly. Lol, everyone knows the mass manager needs to change. Not spending money on the club is the only way to deal with the owners, but his fan base is too big. They can add a 1 more year extension. Is that to to Rashford's contract? Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. They could, yeah, I see what you're saying. Fab actually confirmed. Let me see this. Fabrizio. What's Fabrizio? I will. Did Fabrizio? Oh God, let me see what's. Because I've not looked at the Fabrizio. Did he confirm it on his Twitter page? Oh, he has actually. He has. Forest, Tottenham, this is Celso. Werner sees on permanent deal to Leipzig. I'm sure Chelsea fans will be happy. Here it is. Manchester United are working on Adrien Rabiot. Called today at David Ornstein. Talks ongoing, but still no agreement on player side with his mother involved. The agreement with Juventus is not an issue as they're open to sell Rabiot. Okay, so this is a list a little bit better than Samuel Luckhurst's tweet, which scared me. So they're in talks, but they are working on the deal. But the key is that there's been no agreement on the player's side because of his mother, Veronique, being involved. We need to stop this. We need to bail out. we need to bail out. We need to bail out because I know that she will demand that he be on a lot of money and get a lot of playing time. Okay, let me ask people that are watching this: if United did sign Rabiot and nobody else, where would he play? And do you think it would really improve our midfield? Is he worth the risk? Rabiot and nobody else, is he worth the risk? Because my personal opinion is that he's not worth the risk, especially on high wages. Because you better believe we're not signing Adrien Rabiot on a 100K a week contract. He's going to be on at least maybe close to maybe just under what Sancho's on. Probably. So let me know, guys. Do you think that he's worth it? Is this Don actually worth it? Personally, I don't think so. Personally, I don't think so. 2 years left. Why buy Rabiot? It comes with a lot of toxicity. His mother always fights the board above manager head. Exactly. Fighting in stands with other players, family members. This is not good. I don't know what people want me to say. I generally don't know what people want me to say. I don't know what people want me to say anymore. Marshall has 7 years to do something, but it's hard to in his debut. That's it. By the way, he's on 100K a week. Exactly. So what I will say is Manchester United should only match that. I don't want to see Manchester United go above 200K for this player a week if we're going to get him, personally. But I know that's not going to be the case. I know that. It was educated a war crime. Arnautovic is a replacement for what did you say, Barat? What did you say? This can't be. I mean, no. No. It's I find even if it's true, it's just like it's laughable, man. 30+ people, remember to like the vid. Yes, please, guys, like the vid. It goes a long way to supporting this channel. Really, really appreciate it, guys. Chainsaw has obviously been a member for 8 months and is a good friend, and also is on my Red Marble podcast, which I'm going to schedule for today. I've not forgot about that, Chainsaw. I'm gonna, as soon as the stream is done, I'm gonna be editing it so I can get it on the channel toot sweet. But Chainsaw says United need to back Ten Hag fully and not buy players that aren't his. I mean, maybe that's the problem, though. Maybe that's the problem. The problem seems to be that Manchester United, that they are backing. They're trying to get him. They're trying to really go out and try and find him, but they just can't seem to. They can't seem to get the players for the manager. In which case, you need to have plan Bs. If you can't get the players, you need to have plan Bs for the players. You know, keep it a stack like that. Basco said Manchester signed new midfielders. Yep, Fred at a 6 is back up to Frankie de Jong for Ten Hag. Okay. Not that Fred can actually play a 6. Are we going to arrange this protest or what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely not. I mean, come on. My channel, my Twitter, my influence is definitely not in the realms of being able to organize a large protest or whatever outside Old Trafford. But what I will say is this: if Manchester United lose to Brentford and hold, like, I know a lot of non-United fans watch this channel, but it is very possible that Manchester United could hold 7 to Liverpool at Old Trafford this season. That should be the final straw. So if United lose to Brentford and they hold 5, 6, 7 to Liverpool, that should be the final straw. That should be it. It should be like, nope, no one goes to games, no one goes to matches, no one goes to anything like that. No. Protest until the Glazers are out. We cannot have a situation where Manchester United are being demolished by their own rivals because of an incompetent board, and for it just to continue to happen. You can't. It's not. No, we can't have that. But feasibly, United could hold 7 to Liverpool in just under 2 weeks' time. They could. They held 5 last year, and we have a weaker squad this year, so they could easily hold 7, easily. Oi told me Manchester to sign new players. Well, hopefully Neves is good. He is good. I wouldn't mind him. People are saying, Manchester fans are from London, well, I'm sure even they will come to Manchester to protest it this way. Everyone will. Everyone would. Why can't we just hide from reason and spend the rest of the money on a swap deal for Usherman, for Ronaldo? And Napoli would have to agree to it. And I don't think that Ronaldo would go to a Champions League club, because obviously he wants to play Champions League football. That's the big thing, really. But this United culture thing is a mess, which is why he wants to leave, amongst other things. Should start looking at Southampton instead of these Finnish bums. Danilo from Primos is the guy. Yeah, exactly, Raheem. Exactly. Like I said, Moises Caicedo, we were linked with him. He that same midfielder who we were linked, and I'm fairly sure some South America as well. We were linked with him. He went to Brighton for 5 million, and he just destroyed our midfield yesterday. Instead, we're going for the only thing I can think of is that, like, at the end of the day, Manchester United, and I'll tell you a story about this, guys. I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a brief story for those who are still watching. Thank you so much for those who are watching. I appreciate it. I'll tell you a story, guys. I hosted a guy, because I do Airbnb stuff, and I hosted a guy who was an agent. He was a football agent from Turkey, actually. So really, really funny guy. It was great. We had a good conversations, actually. And I wanted to just know a lot about his life about football, because he was here because I live in Newcastle right now, and he was here to go to the Newcastle Wolves game, because he's one of the agents that works with the Wolves football team to sign and get players, etc. And he said that when he was here like a few years back, this was probably been about 2014 or so, he went in with a couple of agents to sort of see Manchester United, have conversations with the board, the club, etc., and see what it's all about. And literally his words were this: like, Manchester United are not a football club. So this is what he saw in 2014, bear in mind. This is years ago. The way that they're run, the presentations, everything, it is very much about commercial business, about the presentations the players get, the presentations that we got. It's all about, okay, yeah, we want to be successful on the pitch, but more so off the pitch, regarding finance, media attention, exposure, etc. That's where the emphasis is. So we need to understand something. If you're a United fan, you need to understand something. The way the hierarchy of the club is on top to bottom is not run as a football club. See, a football club would think, hey, what's the potential up-and-coming talent that we can use to be successful? A commercial club, which is how United is run, is saying, well, Moises Caicedo is probably not going to sell shirts. But Adrien Rabiot, Juventus player, drama, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, etc., he can sell shirts, he can bring media attention, he can bring engagement, he can bring stocks. We'll go for him. That's the reality of Manchester United Football Club right now. That's the reality. Lamar is still available. He's got 1 year contract. Who's Lamar? You're not talking about Neymar, are you? Lamar. You mean Lamar from Atleti? Time for another. Let him try. To be honest, I think that if I don't condone any of that stuff, but quite honestly, if United guys, United could hold 7 to Liverpool. United could actually hold 7 to Liverpool. And if United hold 7 to Liverpool, bad things might happen. And just, yeah. Yes, please subscribe to our description as well, please. The link's there as well. If you're not subscribed to this channel already, goes a long way. But thank you guys so much for watching. Mikel, United bought on themselves. This is desperate times. They did. People need to understand the recruitment, scouting, data analytics departments are being ignored by Mercer, so Ten Hag gets the signings he wants. Arnold confirmed this at the pub meeting. Yes. So this is something that thank you, Kango, that I think that needs to be highlighted, because a lot of people are going in on the board, they're going in on the players, they're going in on all these different things. But we have to bear in mind that the scouting team was ignored, and by Ten Hag, in place of his scouts, in place of the people that he wanted, and that's causing us problems. So whatever you say about the start of the season, it's a combination of, for me, the board, the sporting director, should have overrid this, sat down with Ten Hag and said, listen, we'll go and try and get your targets within reason, but we have to have second or third choices. Who are these that can be reasonably got? Not, we will only get these targets or else. Like the Frank de Jong thing. I need this player, these players or else. I need Anthony. Well, we don't have 80 million. So you're now going to just have a season where, okay, I wasn't backed, so I'm now going to use the players that I have from 3 successive managers in Van Gaal, Mourinho, and Oli, which essentially is what the complaint of those other managers as well. So Ten Hag and his crew need accountability for this, but also the board. So I do agree with you. What is your opinion on Rabiot? A lot of people already summarized already. Sorry, hold on for 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. So I just need to get a bit of water. What is my opinion on Rabiot? My opinion on Rabiot is what a lot of people already said, Barat, and that's by himself, no. With De Jong or Neves or somebody else, okay, sure, I can tolerate it, but that's as far as it goes. Actually, I need to ignore the. I believe this. I'm ignoring anything that talks about Arnautovic, guys. Absolutely. I'm ignoring anything that talks about Arnautovic. Anything. Nothing. I'm ignoring it, okay? Because I don't believe it. Because I can't believe that this club would sink that low. FG says, Chains, thank you for the super chat, buddy. FSG uses business model, but analytics run decisions. And that's fair. Manchester United are a clown club, though. So you need to understand that, Chainsaw. Why aren't we getting that Dominic Solanke guy from Stuttgart? Salzburg guy? Or Salzburg guy from Stuttgart. He's practically the same player price as Arnautovic, or is this the other player that Tony doesn't want because he doesn't know him? I mean, someone told me, did he work? Yeah, what's it? FC? I think it was. If someone reminds me in the chat, I think it was FC Trent, TWENT, that where Ten Hag was, where he worked with Arnautovic. So it's that. So essentially I'm saying Ten Hag has worked with Arnautovic before. Like, I'll say this: if the strategy for Manchester United is to sign players, the only players that Ten Hag has worked with, that's bad. Surely, I know we said we should back the manager, but that's bad. If we're saying that Ten Hag can only work with the players he's worked with before. That's bad. That's bad. Surely. I don't know. I don't know. Another super chat by King Stash, man. Thank you so much for the super chat, guys. Really appreciate it. We should buy Gakpo from PSV. Yeah, I know we were linked with him. I watched YouTube comp of him, so I predicted he'll be a goat. He's like Ronaldinho. We should also Nescott. Relax about Ronaldinho. Relax about that. Let's relax about Ronaldinho. Let's relax. However, I agree. I would definitely prefer a Gakpo from PSV. Again, these other links of reports, but unfortunately, I've not seen much from Fabrizio Romano. I've not seen much from Fabrizio Romano about this. I've not, so I like it, but I've not seen much from Fabrizio Romano about it. So, are United really serious about him? Probably not. As much as I would like it to be the case. Let's go back to some comments, guys. Obviously, thanks for the super chats for supporting the channel. Really appreciate it. We're almost at an hour. I've probably got about another 10-15 minutes to go, so get those in. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Join us live from 9:30 BST. We'll go on the United Forum, which is always good banter. Rival fans, it's a hell of fun. We talk about United, but we talk about a lot of other things as well. Let's have a look. Let me go back. Yes. Oh yeah, I said I would ignore the Arnautovic stuff. Man United intervention. Rabiot would play as the higher press in the pivot and is an upgrade on McTominay, but I would rather play Garner. Likewise, I would. I said I would rather Garner start. Like maybe the young youth aren't in quote good enough, but I would rather they start because like a person who is deluded or insane does the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. We're having successive managers now playing Freddie McTominay, for example, in the midfield, expecting something different. And while sometimes they can have good games, I would argue that Fred has had better games. Fred has had more better games overall than McTominay has. I can count in the last 12 months, maybe one, possibly two games where McTominay has been better. And that's a stretch. That's a massive stretch. Rabiot has not had any bad news at Juventus, unlike PSG. Maybe he's matured, but he has 8%, which is 2% above Fred, and the same as McTominay. I mean, there was the Euro situation, which was last year, but I don't know. Did you see Ornstein report said Barcelona? Yeah. With that's so for that. That's something that stay tuned for 9:30. We will be talking about a few things on the United Forum, a few interesting things regarding Barcelona. We will. Barcelona going to war with Jones' legal team, man. We're going to be talking about a lot of that. We are. I believe personally, there's a short submission for us. Of course, he's 34. He's 34. When was the last time Manchester United actually bought a young number 9? Liverpool have got Darwin Núñez now. Obviously, it's always had Firmino. Haaland, City had Aguero, and then they've got Haaland. Spurs have obviously got Kane. Chelsea, okay, they flopped in the forward department right now, so they're going to struggle. United, we have not had a consistent. Martial was supposed to be it. He's not it because he's injured. He's injury prone. And since then, we've got Zlatan, we've got Lukaku, and then obviously we've got Ronaldo back. We just haven't got it. And obviously, Solskjaer wants to get Haaland from Salzburg. Let's be real. Haaland wouldn't have been as big as he was if he hadn't gone to Dortmund. Same thing with Jude Bellingham. But to Solskjaer's credit, Solskjaer wanted as much as I know Solskjaer. I know people go at Solskjaer, but to Solskjaer's credit, Solskjaer wanted Haaland and Jude Bellingham at Manchester United. He wanted that midfield. He wanted forward. He wanted those players. And he didn't get them because Manchester United were not attractive enough for him. And also the development there. But what happened? Haaland bored. Jude Bellingham, one of the best midfielders in the world right now. So you can want a player and not get it. And that's part of the problem with Manchester United. Lucas says, how have you got person to this type of the day? I have got no idea. I've got no idea. People from probably different parts of the world, Luca, man. Remember, Manchester United is one of the biggest clubs in world football. Bigger than Arsenal, bigger than Chelsea, bigger than City. on par, but let's say bigger than Liverpool. It is what it is. Arnautovic is rubbish. Can't believe he's still around. Rabiot for me is an upgrade, but he isn't DM. Yeah, as the Kawhi says, my God, this Man United is suffering this transfer list. Everyone is saying it. Yeah, relax, Chainsaw, relax. We don't need McTominay, Fred, and Bruno. Big problem is the midfield. I mean, they're not going anywhere, bro. They're not going anywhere. Unfortunately, they're not going anywhere. They're not. And there's no indication that they're going anywhere. You know, there isn't. But you're right. The big problem is the midfield. We need to do something about Rashford. He's so bad. Even I'm not sure. Just please, 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 guys, please. Are we really saying? Are we really saying that Rashford is that bad that people would actually take Arnautovic over? Nah, come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys, please. Let's not go there. Let's not go there, please. Remember to like the vid, guys, if you haven't already. It really goes a long way. Yeah, yeah. I already gave my rant about Basuma Mega. I already gave my rant about it. De Gea's not good enough either, probably. I think better sell all the players if possible. We need to get replacements. That's the problem. We lose players and don't get replacements. That's the big issue. You have the money. Question: why can't the management pay for someone like Ward-Prowse, Kyle Morrison, Lewis Dong? Is that difficult? Well, well, that's a very good question. I actually would take. I'm not sure about Callum Wilson because he's quite injury prone. Dunk, frankly, is better than Maguire as a defender. And Ward-Prowse, brilliant set piece taker. As a midfielder, he's all right, but just for his set pieces alone, I would certainly have him as a squad player at Manchester United. But you could also make an argument that, unlike the past, a lot of clubs do not need to sell their players anymore. They don't actually need to sell the players. So if United say, I want to get Ward-Prowse, Southampton would go, well, he's on the contract for 3 years, so give us 70 million. You know, unless the player forces it, and even then they have to agree with the club. Clubs don't have to sell players anymore. They don't. Volmento Pacifico says Rabiot is a talented midfielder. With the right coach, he will shine brightly. Trust Ten Hag. Well, sorry, water, because I've been talking non-stop for about an hour, so I'm a bit dehydrated. We'll see. But if I'm honest, bro, I am worried. I am worried. So I said we will talk a lot more about this, about a bit more about Rabiot and Juventus on our Serie A preview on Tuesday. So guys, make sure the most important thing, you guys, if you can't do anything else watching, hit the notification button. Hit the notification button. Turn on notifications, all notifications, so you know when I go live. So we'll come anytime I go live when I come with these news. Oh yeah, this is Conrad Lema. Okay, yeah, he's from Leipzig, isn't he? Maybe Ten Hag is telling board get on Rabiot after not getting his target. If that's true, if he, I will only blame Ten Hag if that's what Ten Hag says, then fair enough. I will only blame Ten Hag if it spectacularly fails, and because for me, Arnautovic and Rabiot are two quite disruptive influences. If I'm from the outside looking in, they are two quite disruptive influences. So people are going on saying that Pogba and Ronaldo are disruptive influences, and you're potentially moving those guys out to bring two further disruptive influences into the club. I'm just a bit worried about that personally. Personally, I'm worried about that. It's always fault. Wavy says the manager doesn't trust the scouting team. For 6 years now, we have just bought average players and strikers over 30. I mean, isn't that, if you're not wrong, Wavy but I mean, if we're signing Rabiot and Arnautovic, isn't that the same situation? Arnautovic is average, and Rabiot is got talent, but it's one of those, again, potential signings. Like, okay, he could potentially, he's better. Yeah, I agree. He's better than he's better than our midfield. He is. He's better than our midfield. But I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Dominique is is a baller, says Michael. Yeah, Damsgaard went to Brentford, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah, Damsgaard went to Brentford. Sebastian, who I know is from Mike's channel, says, I wonder where Nkuku's going to, because I've not heard. Yeah. No, did Nkuku go to Nkuku's still at Leipzig, isn't he? I think. People in the chat. Yeah, Fabian Ruiz to PSG, that's been confirmed. Barcelona are shamelessly suing their own players. Listen, Barca in the mud. Barca in the mud. Barca in the mud. I didn't know that Barcelona, I didn't even know that was possible. But apparently they are. Biggest club in the world, apparently, and they're suing their own players. I told you it was about money. At the end of the day, Frankie de Jong does not want to leave Barcelona, and he doesn't want to take a pay cut. It's as simple as that. So like I said, it only goes to him because if they don't, the issue obviously is that if he doesn't, then Barcelona cannot register their players. So I don't know. It's at this point, it's like a soap opera. It's like a stand down, like a US kind of like a old Western, draw. That's what this whole circus is with Frankie de Jong right now. And Manchester United, typically, like they did were with Ramos and Verso players beforehand, are getting drawn into the fire. United are kind of the civilians inside, the standoff between Frank de Jong and Barca, and United in the middle, the civilians kind of going, who will I go to? Instead of being a big club. You know what's strange? Hayam is now being positioned away from the ball, so he's not meant to go after the attacking because in recovery place. He has to be the most protected player ever. Yeah, of course. Of course. He signed a new contract with a release clause. That's fair. Guys, guys, I'm very much. I hope. I really, really, really hope that. Okay. In summary, and thank you guys all for watching, man. I really, really appreciate it. Like, in summary, for me, I am not 100% against Rabiot coming to Manchester United. I'm not. But if it's only him and if it's his mother going to negotiate ridiculous wages, we need to move on. And maybe this is on Ten Hag for being stubborn and not considering other scouting options. Some of them obviously might work, like Malacia. Others, the review is still on. But come on, we've got to do better than signing potential in Rabiot, who could be potentially good and help midfield, or could also be potentially disruptive, and Arnautovic, who is a 34-year-old flop. The guy basically left, in his early 20s. I think he left West Ham, went to China, for a bit, earned his dough, and then went to, and is now in Bologna, and is now like, hey, I want to come back into the Premier League. Don't get me wrong, Arnautovic will be good against, if we're now going to go back to Ollie Ball, lob the ball up to Arnautovic, bully defenders, then yeah, Arnautovic can still do that. He can still do that. Ollie Ball, lob the ball, counter-attack, lob the ball up and score. He can still do that, definitely. Of course he can. But outside of that, link-up play, touch, no. So, yeah, that's the answer to that question, Arsenal for life. I just don't think so. I don't think so personally. Frankie meeting today, by the way, if that's a positive. I mean, you mean him suing? or meetings. Maybe we will actually agree personal terms, brief it out. Is that just from the Muppeteers? I don't know how reliable they are. But I mean, everything seems to be coming out that, like, if Frankie de Jong does leave Barcelona, it looks like he'd more prefer to go to Chelsea and Manchester United. So I will have serious questions over Ten Hag if it's found out that Ten Hag, like, my only thing with this whole Frankie de Jong thing, we'll talk more about this on the United Forum, is that with this, is that the only way, because I haven't seen in recent times when a manager has been like, you must get this player or else above everything in recent years. And the only reason I think that I can believe that Ten Hag, who obviously must know Frankie de Jong, he's worked with him, phoned with him, they're Dutch, is that he's had a conversation with Frankie, and Frankie has said, I don't mind coming to Manchester United. As long as you agree, as long as I get my money from Barca, I don't mind coming to Manchester United. Or if this all fails, or they definitely kick me out, I'm coming to Manchester United. That's the only thing that I can see as to why Ten Hag would be so insistent. He must have had that conversation. Because if he hasn't had that conversation, this looks really, 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 really suspect. Really, really suspect. The Mothers say that the people getting in for believe Frankie will go to United, but the higher ups are confident now have been told Frankie would choose United over Chelsea. So I understand. So this is what I'm saying. So I just think that Frankie, he'll go to Chelsea if he's going to leave. Personally, I think he would. Guys, if you have any, I'm going to round up in the next 5 minutes or so. So, thoughts obviously on Adrien Rabiot. If you have specific questions for me, get them in. We have a super chat, like, etc. Last 5 minutes, and then we are going to end the stream. And make sure that you check out the United Forum. We'll be going live from 9 p.m. 9:30 p.m. BST. So make sure you click that notifications so you know when we go live for United Forum. Last 5 minutes. Get your questions in if you're watching. Subscribe if you're new, and then we will be ending the stream. Paradez says RDS. They are. I've got a kid in the background who's being like a fire engine. Bless them. RDS. They are saying FDU contract that was given by previous person was involved with criminality. That's why Calm Board won't take legal action. Why doesn't FDU take the hint? Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, why is it only Frankie de Jong's contract? I guess I appreciate that. Is Frankie de Jong the only player left in Barca who has who's on the old contract? Because obviously they've gotten rid. Dembele's now on a new contract, so it's good. Griezmann, I don't know what's going on with him. What else? Who else is? Who else? Coutinho has been sold. So I don't think there's much else regarding people on the old new contracts, as far as I'm aware. At least I don't think so. So maybe that's why Frankie de Jong, because I think he's on like 500k a week, and I think he's the last player that was on one of the contracts from the previous regime, i.e., Bartomeu, or or Fraudameo, or whatever you want to call this fraud. So yeah, it is what it is. 36 likes so far. Great show, ideas. Big everyone. Thank you so much. Thanks so much, guys. I think I'll take this one question, and then I'll go. How long can Ten Hag? How low can Ten Hag finish? If the players turn against him, and if they lose confidence, because confidence is key in football. And for me, if you lose your first 3 games, that shapes something for the season. I know Arsenal did come back, but Arsenal, the thing that people need to cut with Arsenal, when Arsenal lost their first 3 games of the season, is that a lot of those players that Arsenal had were missing. They were either injured or they hadn't come into the squad yet. So when they had all of their fit players, they could then start to ball. This could be Manchester United's squad. The only player really missing right now for this Manchester squad was Martial. Everyone else was available. So if Manchester United lose their first 3 games without any impact coming into the squad, they could literally go from, it could be the Chelsea season when they just lost confidence and lost to the point that they were below mid-table. That's where Manchester United could be, if I'm honest, man. Fred had 4 goals, 4 assists, 5 yellow cards this season. Rabiot had 0 goals, 2 assists, and 5 yellow cards. McTominay had 9 yellow cards, 0 goals, and 0 assists. That's a good stat. I hope people are looking at the stat when people say that Fred and McTominay are the same and that Fred is garbage. Fred is not that good, but he literally 4 goals and 4 assists, 5 yellow cards last season. Rabiot in Serie A, 0, 2 assists, and 5 yellow cards. McTominay, 9 yellow cards, 0 goals, 0 assists. I know that he's playing deep in McTominay, so it's not his fault. And he didn't get a red card, but just think about it. Yes, there's structure or contract set with GG. Do you really think he chooses Chelsea or Man United? Should Ten Hag have a conversation with him? Well, this is what I'm saying. That's the only way I can see this whole debate making sense. That he had a conversation with Frankie, and Frankie was like, "Yeah, I'll come." That's the only way that I can see this whole thing working. If that didn't happen, Ten Hag is mad. I'll just put it out there. Ten Hag is mad. I wonder why United, Al Shetterman says, why not versus? I don't know, bro. I don't know. But guys, thank you so much for watching. We're ending the stream. Really, really appreciate everyone who got involved. Remember, if you're new to the channel, to like, share, and subscribe to Red Devil Studio. Follow us on Twitter at WeAreUnitedX. Follow us on Twitch at Red Devil Studio. Links are in the description. Make sure you smash your notification buttons. And make sure you join us live from 9:30 BST for the United Forum, where we're going to have a bunch of guys, not just me, just trying to just wrap our head around what the hell Manchester United are doing the rest of the season. Have a nice day, everyone, and cheers.